Hello friends! Today we'll share with you some epic designer solutions that have become famous online. It seems the designers weren't told what color the shampoo would be. Poor Minion, it looks like he was tortured in this bathroom. Coming up with a fun idea isn't all that hard, but to implement it, you need at least some basic knowledge of physics, otherwise it may fail. Whoa, what a label! Haven't tried the contents yet, but have already begun hallucinating. We've seen a lot of weird stuff on discount sales, but no one has been able to top these guys. This is definitely the strangest marketing decision or the most careless designer. Don't worry, the plate is actually clean. This is what designers think creativity looks like. Just to be clear, being creative means taking an ordinary thing and painting it so it would seem as if the plate hadn't been washed in years. Sure, we understand that corporate identity makes products easier to recognize on the shop shelves. But could you maybe make a can of vegetable oil and an insect repellent differ a bit more? The owners of this carpet are trying to convince everyone that it's a designer product. Well, sure, but for some reason it seems to us that it's just their way of trying to cover up a murder. Listen, are there any other options maybe? Or are we all doomed to look like this? So can I just survive on sunlight now? You want to know a great way to get into a fight with all your friends? Well, it's very simple. Just buy a chocolate bar that can't be divided into equal parts, and you're guaranteed to get everyone into a fight. Psst. Can anyone tell the designer that ketchup is made from tomatoes? Or he's going to put a bunch of grapes on the dispenser again. Who would even buy it now? Oh, and also tell the designers how New York is different from London, because both the British and the Americans aren't happy for some reason. What is it that they didn't like? What was the designer of these shoes thinking? So we need to put the logo on these white sneakers. What color should we use? Sure, let's make it brown. Let everyone wonder what it is that you've stepped into. What do you know about true luxury? You can't really wear fur coats anymore. Animal rights activists won't allow it. So the fur coat of our time is a coat made from an old carpet. You go to a store to buy new jeans, but they don't just look old, they also look like they've been lying in the mud for the last couple of months, until someone decided to sell them and without even washing them first. That's a very interesting Avenger lineup. I'd watch a movie where Avatar, Batman, and Spider-Man met. What are you looking at? Yeah, the designer doesn't know what a watermelon looks like. At least it's a pineapple and not something worse. It looks like English isn't their native language. Seriously, how can you get confused between 12 and 13? How do you like these unusual jeans? You don't usually get to see old jeans worn to this extent. Although they did get to save a lot of fabric when making these, you can't really argue with that. Do you know how to make your floor always look clean regardless of how much litter is on it? Just make it initially look like it's never been swept at all. What was the designer trying to tell us, making mannequins of a giraffe and a lion? That this dress will make you feel like an ungulate? Or that this jacket will make you go live in the savannah? So this is a house. Why is this picture even here? Well, it's because it's not a house that looks like that. It's a toilet that looks like that. Not a bad jacket if you want to blend in a butcher shop. But how big of a fan of meat do you need to be to just wear it outside? Sure, it's much easier to cut out a piece of carpet than to shorten the door. This designer is a true genius. So that's how it goes. You sit down on a park bench, unsuspicious, and it suddenly turns on the bidet function. Maybe they thought it would be funny? Who knows? Do you like to get a gift for someone you don't really like? Get them this puzzle consisting entirely of black pieces. When you see the liquid death inscription on a can, the last thing you expect to find inside is water, along with the slogan, "Murder your thirst." Sure, there might be people dreaming of eating a man's abs. It's their personal business, but what this package definitely lacks is the inscription, "You'll never have abs like these if you eat all these buns." Have you ever dreamed of eating Nutella with your fingers straight from the jar? Well, you might want to know that somewhere on Earth lives a like-minded designer who made special waffle fingertips specially to use for eating peanut butter. Children honestly tried to solve this maze in the magazine. About half an hour later, when they began to seriously doubt their own mental abilities, they decided to look into the answers, where a truly unexpected turn of designer thought awaited them. The young man asked for a door in the men's locker room, so they wouldn't have to change in public. The gym management was very accommodating, and the door was installed. So what if the door is transparent? The man should have been more specific in his request. Sure, you do need doors in public bathrooms, but it's not your face you need to hide behind it, right? So this kind of door should suffice. Nike is usually all about life-affirming products and slogans, but it seems they might have gotten a new designer who has quite unconventional ideas about optimism. Are those leggings? Are they actually there? Dear clothing designers, please don't do that. What can you even expect from people who put a bus stop right in the parking lot? What could be more romantic than listening to music together? Well, it was probably supposed to be a heart. Did it never occur to anyone to turn it? And this trip is sponsored by Cyborg Kids. But seriously, didn't they notice it when they were placing the ad there? Apparently, in the world of designers, all bananas are curved exactly the same. Looks like it didn't even occur to them that this fruit could be of some other shape. There was a job to make the wipers for the rear windows. Who cares if there's no rear window there? No one does as long as the job is done. Sure, this was the only place to inflate Spider-Man. Don't ever tell the designer of this cover how to use a selfie stick or they might get upset. The designer took one look at the store and immediately knew that it needed a peephole. You just wouldn't be able to live without it. How did these poor people live before? No one knows. Makes perfect sense. Where else would someone draw the Tower of Pisa? It should be a rule. Designers need to stay away from leggings. This relationship just doesn't work. That's the right size for a chocolate, right? Now get ready to feel disappointed. It's just a book cover. Oh, poor girl. This probably isn't what she expected to see when she gave permission to use her photo. Okay, now it's clear designers definitely live on some other planet where they have 9 days in a week. Then all their strange decisions begin to make sense. They just use their alien logic. Seriously, just put a regular number on the office door? No, are you kidding? That's way too boring. You have to be creative. And it doesn't matter how long it would take people to actually find the right door. I wonder how many times people got mad because they have mistaken their favorite drink for another one, because some designer was too lazy to at least make labels in different colors. What an interesting fitness program. They don't just help you lose weight, but also let you change your race. I wonder what the technique is. Yes, we've already heard about such designer carpets. They would make a perfect choice for a serial killer. What is this? A potato? Really? And here we thought potatoes would be recognizable in any shape and form. A square toilet definitely looks cool. Too bad that the designers didn't bother to think about why they're always round. That's because sitting on a square one isn't really comfortable. Dear designers, when someone says that a girl has long legs, they never mean 2 meters long. Ads on public transportation is a whole separate category of design creativity. Sometimes it seems that they deliberately choose these pictures to amuse passengers. A cube? A round cube? How is that even? Oh, right. We've already established that designers are from another planet. They probably have different geometry, too. And that's it for now. Share your thoughts in the comments. Which one did you think was the weirdest? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see even more interesting things.